Welcome back, it's Rich, and in this episode, Rich reviews the messy and current Marvel slate. Let's do it. Welcome back to Rich Reviews, no-nonsense movie chat from the UK. If you like what you see today, feel free to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. So the actors' strikes and the writers' strikes look to now be both over, with the delays ending and things should start getting back on course. So we've had no new content, we've had dates changing, dates slipping. It's been a bit of a nightmare for everyone, but hopefully things are now sorted out and it looks like things are getting back to normal. We have a more firm schedule now for the MCU for Phase 5 and Phase 6, and that's what we're going to look into here. Marvel have been great at providing different phases and boards at Comic-Con that show you what's happening, and everyone gets excited about this, only for things to slip and change, and TV shows turn to films and films turn to TV shows and so on. But here we have some different confirmations taken from Marvel's website as well, and other rumours out there. So take some of it with a pinch of salt, but a lot of this is fairly locked in now. Don't be surprised if these dates change, things keep moving all the time. So in 2024, we have just one single MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe film. There are some Sony Marvel films, but they're kind of their own thing. They're not officially connected to the MCU as such, only lightly in the odd post-credits scene. And there's 3 of those in total coming. So we have 4 films maybe to look forward to next year, but 1 MCU film. First up, though, this year we have Whatif Season 2. So Whatif was an excellent TV show, cartoon version, but did show the alternate realities of, for example, Peggy Carter getting the Captain America serum rather than Steve Rogers, and how everything changed from there. It's an alternate take on the usual. This gets a December 22nd release this year, and they're releasing one every day on Disney Plus from the 22nd. There's going to be 9 episodes in total, so for 9 days straight throughout the Christmas period, we're going to get What If Season 2, and it's something I am very much looking forward to. I really enjoyed the first What If, especially the zombies episode, and a couple of others. It was great. It was different, and I enjoyed that. So the first release we're going to get in January 2024 on the 10th is Marvel's Echo, a new Disney Plus TV series. And this is different in that they're going to release all episodes at once. This is something new for a Disney Plus show, and it could be a great way to appreciate it in a different view, in that you're not waiting week on week. You don't have the kind of discussion and rumours between each episode that can give a bit of a biased opinion, good or bad. Everything drops at one go, 10th of January. This is also the first Disney Plus TV series that Marvel's done that receives an adult rating as well, so it should be dark and a bit more gritty and gruesome. It's going to have cameos from Daredevil, which you can see in the trailer, and it brings back the Kingpin as well. And this will focus around a definitely more realistic world setting rather than your typical kind of superhero, and hopefully something a bit better than Secret Invasion, but we'll see. So that's the 10th of January 2024. The next one following this, on February 14th, Valentine's Day 2024, is the first of the Sony Marvel universe. So not the standard MCU, but with light connections potentially. But this one is going to be Madame Web. We've recently done a trailer recap for this one, and this could be quite an important thing for the Sony Marvel, as there are rumours that they're starting to try and build their own kind of Avengers-style team or universe. So different projects that they've got on the go. They've already got their previous Spider-Mans and Venom, for example, but we'll see how this one goes. It looks interesting, and it's more of a female Spider-Man-led team. We then get the MCU's Deadpool 3. This is the one and only Marvel Cinematic Universe film for 2024, and it could be absolutely fantastic. Deadpool finally joins the actual MCU. The thought of this guy acting around with some of our serious heroes is absolutely awesome. It's just something I can't imagine, but I do look forward to seeing how they do this. It also brings in Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, so this should deal with incursions and the multiverse. This should make for a very interesting film. It would be great to see Hugh Jackman coming back, and they must have really thrashed out a deal to make this all happen. Most of this film's pretty much shot now. There are spy shots out there, including Wolverine in his classic costume, but we'll see how this goes. And this one's July 2024. The next film for 2024, coming August 30th, is another Sony outing, and it is Craven the Hunter. Craven the Hunter is a major villain for Spider-Man, and he's basically a big game hunter, and he wants to prove himself as the best hunter of all time, and Spider-Man being his target. There's much more to it than this, but he is a major comic character and has been around for many, many years. He's famous with his lion mane kind of around his neck, and this one stars Aaron Taylor Johnson. We have trailers out for this already, and that's coming August 30th, and so should include some kind of reference to Spider-Man's. And whether that's Tom Holland or maybe Andrew Garfield, we don't know as yet, but we'll see. The next entry is a Disney Plus series, and this is September the 19th. It's the MCU's Agnes Harkness, Coven of Chaos. This is a character who was famous for WandaVision, put under a spell by the Scarlet Witch, but then later released towards the end and proved herself to be quite a nasty person. Very little known about this at the moment, but she was great in the WandaVision, so that's coming September 19th. Then further on, we get Sony with their Venom 3 project, and we might get a Spider-Man in this too. This is reportedly Tom Hardy's last role in the Venom saga. And in terms of Spider-Man, this could be Tom Holland, maybe an Andrew Garfield. We're not sure as yet, but it's likely that something's going to happen. It's always been teased and always been wanted, and something that Tom Hardy wanted himself as well. We did get the post-credit scene in No Way Home, so we know there's some kind of connection there in terms of Spider-Man. So in that sense, maybe it will be Tom Holland, but we'll see. You're crossing universes there. It's difficult at this time. In 2025, we get Captain America Brave New World. New title and pushed back significantly compared to the initial date suggested. This one sees Sam Wilson, aka the Falcon, as Captain America. That we saw that transition in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier Disney Plus TV series. He was really good in that, to be fair. He's been great in the films so far as well, and I am really looking forward to this. It's a lovely new suit as well. I do like the white and blue and how that kind of works. But we'll see how this one goes. This could introduce all sorts of different characters, but we have to let go of Steve Rogers and just look that we have this new Captain America now. Next on the list is May the 2nd, 2025, and it's the big one, the Fantastic Four. This should be an epic film. This is Marvel's big thing that's coming soon. And forget about the older Fantastic Four films that you've seen. There was a reboot, and then there's the two more popular ones, which were pretty campy, but quite good fun anyway. Forget about those. This is an entirely new film. Think more how Spider-Man was introduced into the MCU originally in the Homecoming films and Far From Home, for example. It was hard to imagine and accept at the time for fans of the originals, but it's worked out really well in the end. Similar thing here. This is Marvel's property, and they're finally joining the MCU. We're going to get people like Galactus in this and the Silver Surfer. We might have things around Doctor Doom. Galactus, he is a huge planet-devouring conqueror, played by a dust cloud in the older films, which was absolutely useless. But in reality, in the comics, he is a huge purple helmet-wearing, almost godlike size character. So how this is portrayed will be very interesting. But my guess, it will lean more towards how it is in the comics. But no idea how they're going to do this. The casting for this should be announced really soon because this starts filming in January next year apparently, so they should be pretty much locked in now. We have rumours around Pedro Pascal of Mandalorian fame playing Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, but we will see. This is a big film and it leads into the forthcoming Avengers films as well. Next on the list, July 25th of 2025, we get the Thunderbolts, which is a bit of a ragtag team of kind of like a Suicide Squad for Marvel, I suppose. It will introduce the Sentry villain, which has been rumoured, and it brings in characters from Black Widow and Ant-Man and the Wasp and other films. So not a lot is known about this yet. It's really just a case of looking at this picture and making your own minds up. But the Sentry villain is an interesting choice of a character. We'll see more though as this goes. Again, that is July 25th of 2025. And then in the same year, on November 7th, so it's a great year for Marvel this, we should get Blade. This has had lots of rewrites, lots of directors, lots of changes, and it's amazing that this is actually still happening, but it really looks like it's kind of been locked down now and it is moving forward. We don't know anything much about this at the moment. The Snipes Blade films were quite good fun as well, especially the first two. But again, this is no connection to that. This is new, it's its own thing. And Blade, although not superhero-like, he is a core part of Marvel's characters in comics for many years. So let's look forward to that one, and we'll know more as it comes. Then in May 1st of 2026, we get the big one, which is Avengers, the Kang Dynasty. This will be the first Avengers film since Endgame, so some years. And this will have Kang as the villain and his variants, and should lead into Secret Wars with potentially some kind of multiverse collapse. Hopefully all goes well with Jonathan Majors and we can keep him because he's such a great actor, but he has got some issues at the minute out there with regards to some legal altercations, shall we say. But hopefully this works out. And then following that, in May the 7th, 2027, we get Avengers Secret Wars, the massive multiversal war on a planet to establish the ultimate of each character. And this should bring back everybody you've ever known from any film in existence in terms of Marvel-y type stuff. But we'll see. Hopefully as well, that will get us Doctor Doom and other rumoured characters that are going to be here. There's other things as well that we don't know about yet, such as Ironheart and Armor Wars. There's been rumours about these being TV series and then films, but we don't have any dates on those. Once we know more, I'll post some information up on there. But this is really where we are now in terms of the slate. Most of this is taken from Marvel's site, but these things are changing all the time. But it gives you some idea of what to look forward to. Unfortunately, though, for next year, 2024, it's just Deadpool 3. And as great as that is, I'd have liked another one or two Marvel films. But we're going to have to settle for some of the Sonyverse ones instead. So what do you think of the Marvel slate and all these pushing and throwing forward and backwards? Leave a comment below. But until next time, keep smiling, peeps.